Next item on the agenda, just general announcement and recognition of staff. Just for your information, our city recorder, Nancy, is the new Oregon Association of Municipal Recorders president.
Congratulations.
He's with us on Zoom. Our parks manager has received his National Recreation and Parks Association certified executive status. He's one of only 6 managers in Oregon that has reached that level.
Wow.
Yeah, congratulations.
Even like it's in Oregon.
And the only one.
Nice.
And then I've received the manager credential from the International Cities and Counties Management Association. I'm one of 20 in Oregon that have that as well. So,
Congratulations.
Oh, let's get fast. All right, moving on to public comment. Is there any public comment at this time? Oh, we found one. Okay.
Nobody that signed up.
Is there anyone who'd like to make a public comment? Okay, moving on. Thank you, Chief. Appreciate it. Moving on to 7.1, the consent agenda, September 5th, 2023 minutes. Is there approval of those minutes at this time?
Mr. Mayor, I would move that you approve consent agenda item 7.1, September 5th, 2023 minutes.
Perfect. Thank you. Can I get a second to that motion?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Yes, have it. Moving on to new business, 9.1, resolution 12-2024. Yep.
Yeah, so this is an item that isn't new to the council. We had to get a resolution to apply for this loan before we did. But just working through the contract review, this one took a while. So we are already in the process of our design to enlarge the CPUIR point of diversion intake and then also have some new transmission pipelines. The beginning portion of that design project was funded through a private industrial reimbursement. And then the back end or the city's portion will be funded through this loan. We got a very low interest, it's 1.54% planning loan, which their planning loans do have a shorter repayment than most construction ones. It's a 6-year loan. So this resolution just authorizes us to sign the contract.
Council, is there any other questions at this time? Somebody can third touch on this one. Okay. Council, this time we're looking for a motion to approve resolution 12-2024.
I'd like to make a motion, we approve new business item 9.1, resolution 12-2024.
Can I get a second to that motion, please?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, moving on to 9.2, resolution 13-2024. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is another loan agreement. As we've discussed before, the Power City and Brownell Water and Sewer Utility Extension projects are going to be funded with 3 different sources. We have the Community Development Block Grant that you already approved the contract for. We have a sewer loan coming from DEQ. We do not have that contract yet. And then this is the third piece. We got a loan from the Safe Drinking Water Revolving Loan Fund. This one was great because there were COVID dollars that were a part of this package. And so this comes with a almost $3.3 million principal forgiveness as part of our $6 million overall funding package. And this one is still pretty low in interest. It's 2.83% for 30 years. So this resolution will just approve us to do that as well.
Council, any questions at this time? The council will look for a motion to approve this resolution 13-2024.
Mr. Mayor, I would move to approve new business item 9.2, resolution 13-2024.
Thank you for your motion. Can I get a second to that motion, please?
I'll second that.
One of the no, second. Sorry, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Yeah.
Stereo.
Yeah, you're good. All right. Can I get resolution 14, that's 2023, 2024. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm really off. Moving on to 9.3, resolution 14, 2024. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a resolution that would allow staff to sign an MOU between the city and Hacienda. So this would be to move forward with their funding application A few things to call out in the MOU. It is a term through October 31, 2025, so that would essentially commit us to 2 funding cycles, or at least 2 rounds of going after this particular funding source. The other item that was in there, we're not obligated in MOUs or non-binding, but they are asking us to at least look at and consider a possible affordable housing property tax exemption. More or less, would be obligated to follow what is already outlined in state statute, but there are some actions at the local level that are required before a nonprofit could utilize for a tax exemption. So that would commit council to at least considering that. Staff will put together a much more formal report and review the pros and cons both for this project and what that would look like citywide. Outside of that, the only cost that we would possibly be eligible for is if we allow them to move forward with any sort of property due diligence and then decide if they didn't want to move forward with their project. So we still have the right to cancel at any point in time, but if they did geotech work or something along those lines, and we had allowed them to move forward and give them the authorization to do that, we would have to reimburse them for those costs. Happy to answer any other questions if you have any. But just allow us to move forward with that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When would you anticipate that we would be seeing the details?
We will be working to get those details put together by in the next couple of meetings. I know we have a big council meeting coming up in November, so we probably look to move that to the December meeting.
Good.
At least at a high level, so we can have an informal discussion before we would even look at options. We would treat that much like we have some of our enterprise zones where we get the kind of all of the options. And bring that back to the board.
What's the, is the 2-year gonna be enough?
So they were just looking for at least a 2-year commitment for us. That way, the resources that they're putting in, usually if the second round of this funding is not successful, we certainly get it the third time around, but usually if by the second year, we would likely have a longer conversation if we wanted to look at maybe modifying that to maybe better meet some of the goals of the grant, or if we wanted to look at doing a different option. Okay.
Okay, any other questions on this time, council? I get a motion to approve resolution 14, 2021.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that we approve consent item 9.3, resolution 14-2.
Okay, I get a second.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Awesome, thank you, staff. Moving on to our second public comment. No one has anything. No special items. Moving on to the mayor's message this evening. Phenomenal work, staff on Rock Blocks. Looked like it was a well-ran event, and I appreciate you guys' blood and sweat and definitely tears in some cases, I'm sure. But I appreciate your hard work in that event. And I know from conversation with the community, not all things are positive, not all things were negative, and it's somewhere in the middle. I think I'm really looking forward to our data coming back and we can make it an improved event and making things better. I think overall, we're in a good spot. I'm looking forward and making it an awesome community event. That's time. That's pretty much all I have. Thank you, staff. Congratulations to Nancy and Chris and Dave for doing this hard work and continuing outside of just the BB Matilda things. More professional workspace. I really appreciate it. Thank you. We're gonna go ahead and move on to council information discussion. We're gonna start. Councilmember.
Oh, wow.
Let's start.
That's okay.
Middle out.
All right, well, he already said a bunch of thank yous and you guys did a phenomenal job. I mean, I couldn't have asked for it to go any better than my kids had a blast and I saw nothing but good things come from everything that went on. So I really appreciate you guys and hopefully you're out in some type of rest. But thank you for that. And thank you for everybody coming and showing up to the meeting tonight. We appreciate you guys coming. So, and congratulations, Nancy, Dave, and Chris. Thanks for awesome. That's all.
Okay. We're going to the other window.
All right. Well, again, like everyone said, the Rock the Locks was absolutely phenomenal. I've never been to a better, honest outdoor concert. And I even went to a Grateful Dead concert before back in the day, but it was really cool. And you guys did put a lot of work into it. And I mean, the police were there and friendly, and I didn't see hardly any crime or violence whatsoever. The thing was well organized. I mean, everything from just the parking lots and stuff you guys made to the flow of the whole place, just phenomenal. So I know we do have had some complaints from people and we just need to address those, you know, at the 7th meeting, I suppose it is. But overall, I think it was an incredible success, you know. So anyway, congratulations. Thank you for your hard work. Really appreciate it. That's all I got.
Over to council member. Paul.
First thing I want to say is congratulations to the hospital district, with the new hospital. That was amazing. It was a great dedication. Did they ever put a filter on your legs because you had shorts on there, Dave? They were a little bright.
Just recently back from a vacation, and so I remember that.
Just.
I thought the same thing here.
I was gonna
I've
ask.
been in Oregon for too long.
Yeah.
Grew up in Southern California.
We need to get you on the golf course.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask about the fire department. Where are we at with the department up in McNary? How close are we to getting that done? Do we know? On the seismic stuff?
We anticipate moving that in their,
Oh, wow. Better than I thought. It's been very, thorough.
okay.
Secondly, the building that's going up there, the new apartment, those look great. That's gonna be a great addition to our area. I think it's gonna help everything. And of course, Rocky Lock, which is great. What I really like to see is the rise in commerce in our area. We went to gas stations and they were full, and markets and they were full, and the businesses were seeing the benefit of it. You know, sometimes it's not just the event, but the people that it brings in, it obviously creates commerce for the gas stations, hotels, and restaurants. So I appreciate that. It was very well organized. You know, I like to see a nice clean. I've in my past life, you know, played a lot of those festivals. And been to some really good ones and really more bad ones. So great work. You know, again, you know, we'll see more data and see where we're at. But I think it was a huge success for our first year. We got kicked up a little bit. We'll be fine. The golf course. I was out there and I talked to some golfers and they were amazed how we were open on Wednesday. They were expecting, oh my gosh, it's destroyed, it's gonna be bad, but it was great. So, and again, you know, please pass on to Gunnar and Megan, you know, for getting everything back to where it is and stuff. That's fantastic. That's a good showcase of cool for our community. And again, thank you to all the city staff getting awards, you know, been in the community a long time, and it's great to see that our staff are getting recognized for the excellence they do. And that makes it very prideful when we have people that are accredited and at that level and be able to represent little Mitchell, Oregon, out in the middle of rural nowhere. You know, that's great. So I appreciate that. Thank you for all the work.
Thank you. So I went to my first League of Oregon Cities meeting. It was very informative and eye-opening, and I enjoyed my time there. It was a lot bigger, I guess, than I anticipated. It was big. Anyway, yeah, I would encourage all of our new council folks to try to make that if possible next time. So, unfortunately, I was unable to attend any of the Rock the Walks festivities. I had surgery on my big toe on Thursday, and it was not allowing me to be walking around very much, and so I missed out. But I absolutely took a tour around through McNary a couple of different times, and from my observations, I couldn't tell anything was going on other than, you know, like here. But as far as, you know, people or whatever, I mean, it was just looked like a normal day in McNary. So I was happy to see that, and my ability to monitor social media was certainly not impeded. So I did that plenty, and I was amazed at how many people just had an absolute just smashing good time and just raved about the whole event and just what a good time, and raved to buy their tickets for next round, and just what an awesome thing that we've been able to accomplish and for a first time out. I mean, and not just I think it all lands squarely on staff, and I thank you guys for all the hard work I'm absolutely sure that, you guys figured out just how far you can stretch. Because, there was a lot of tired bodies, I'm absolutely certain. I heard that there was one particular individual that's been about 30 hours driving a shuttle bus or something. Something like that. Anyway, I just want to say that, kudos, it's awesome, just awesome. You guys are awesome. And, also just want to congratulate our staff members who have, just achieved just amazing, wonderful, great levels of success in the city and among their peers. And that says a lot to the caliber of staff that we have here. And I just congratulations, you guys. It's awesome. Good stuff. That's all I have. Thank you.
Yes, I went to the League Oregon Cities Conference too, and the work was very nice to go with me, dragging him around. He didn't want to go to any vendors. I'm like, let's go. He was, I'm not going to talk, and he ended up talking to everybody just like I did. So he didn't realize how much. So that was very enjoyable. Had some great speakers and great food, and I highly encourage again, like everybody to go. David, I also want to let you know, a lot of people spoke very highly of you when they saw my name tag, Umatilla. Oh, Umatilla, great things are happening there. A lot of people were saying that. And so I just wanted to let you guys know that. And quite a few of them asked about our Rock the Walk concert thing. And so that was talked about, and they were all excited for us. And I was talking to a councilwoman from St. Helens, and she's like, wow, you know, that's a great thing. Have you heard complaints? I'm like, well, I'm just kind of ignoring that right now. I'm just kind of like so excited. And she goes, yeah, well, at least you don't have a month long. You know, they have their big Halloween town in St. Helens. And she goes, at least you don't have a month long thing. So your citizens should be, you know, happy about that. There's a month long and people are still complaining about that. But it's good, like for what you all said about, it's good for our community, good for our businesses, to bring people in. So I just want you to know, though, that Umatilla was talked to, and I'm sure with Bora too. They talked very highly of us. And I went to the Rock the Locks. I cannot, I'm obviously getting old and can't recover like I used to. I only made 2 of the 3 days, and I'm really upset because I wanted to see Night Ranger and I just couldn't get out of bed by the 3rd day. But everybody I talked to, I purposely would walk around. I would talk to anybody that I'd see. Are you having a good time? Just walking around. I'm sure people are like, wait, it's a strange thing, but I just was. Everybody was having a great time. Everybody was complimenting the grass. They just all ages, and it was fun seeing my students there and singing. You know, just singing and dancing with them. I loved all the ages there, and just the excitement. And even the musicians said this is several of them said this was the best venue they've ever played at. And so I just think they just love the whole vibe of it and the atmosphere and things like that. So I am just very proud of what took place, and I'm hoping that we can keep doing this because it was just, I'm so proud of our city. I mean, this never, when I moved here 30 years ago, like there was nothing, it was like a dead end. And now it's like so many, thanks to you all bringing all these things, the ice rink. And when I first moved here, Landing Days was pretty much dead. And it's like, we have revived so many things. And I just am so excited. And so thank you for all you do. And thank you for all your hard work. I appreciate it. And David, you gave a good tour. That was great on that little, whatever that was so much fun. And yeah, and also congratulations to you for your awards. And I really appreciate that you're always striving to do better, always striving to learn more and do better. And that is a big compliment. So thank you very much. And now I'm done. I'm sorry. I have so much to say.
Did you say that if there was a month-long thing in St. Helens for Halloween?
Halloween town.
No idea.
Next Friday.
I know.
For us.
Next week is my favorite month. It's my favorite holiday.
Yeah, I failed to make that announcement. So next week, Friday is trick or treat on 6th Street on Friday the 27th. The sensory sensitive time is 4:30 to 5, so we don't run flashing lights and loud sounds, stuff like that, during that time, and then, I mean, immediately at 5 o'clock, it goes into full Halloween mode, throughout the businesses and stuff here. It's a great, obviously, it's a great event, and our public works guys, wait till you see what they bill. It's pretty exciting stuff. Pretty popular, genre, I'll say. I'll just sort of leave it at that. You gotta come to check it out, and you'll be, I think you'll have a really great time and enjoy, like we always do, decorate City Hall and you know, have a good time.
And I know the high school's also doing their haunted house thing as well.
Yeah. There-
Kind of, well, some haunted, some is not, you just go where you want, so you can go there and tour, so. That was really fun last year, because they came from here to there, or even there, I mean, it was well attended.
It's great community engagement.
Yes, yes,
Awesome.
thank you for doing that.
Thank you, everyone, for your pieces and thoughts. Looking forward to Halloween, something to be quite a blast. We're going to our executive session for this evening. The city council will now be meeting in executive session for the purpose of consulting council regarding current litigation or litigation likely to be filed. The executive session is held first before as 192.6.028 authorizes the council to consult with this council regarding current litigation or likely litigation filed. Representatives of the news media, city manager Dave Stockdale, and Chief Darrell Wexel are allowed to attend the executive session. All other members of the audience are asked to leave the room at this time. Representatives of the news media are specifically directed not to report on any of the deliberations during the executive session except to state the general subject of the session as previously announced. No decisions will be made in executive session. At the end of the executive session, we will return to open session and welcome the audience back to the room. Ladies and gentlemen, I need a motion to enter executive session.
Mayor, I make the motion that we adjourn our regular session and reconvene in.
Second,
I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We're now in executive session. Welcome. We are 15 minutes or
That's right, so our attorneys will be here. I already emailed them and said I gave them 6:35, so we're running about 10 minutes ahead of schedule, so they might be here in 5 minutes. Maybe talking to them. So if we needed a bio break or